Are you ready to learn how to make a Pokeball plant? Come on, let's go. Get some of these.
Let's make a crochet Pokeball hanging planter with pattern and tutorial right here. You will need a 4mm hook, yarn in red, black, white, and brown, scissors, needle, stuffing, and beads are optional. Oh yeah, green yarn too. Don't forget to screenshot this and save it wherever you save patterns. Okay guys, this is what we're going to be making, the Pokeball hanging plant. So adorable. And let me show you how to make it. The pattern is going to be in the description as well. And I'm sure I'm going to put it up here somewhere. And don't judge me by my tangled mess here. I will make it work. We're going to make 6 single crochets inside a magic circle. So I'm going to chain 2 inside this little loop that I made. And if you're confused, just chain 3 and then open that first chain. I'll show that to you. However you make your chains, make your chain 1, 2, 3, and hold that first loop kind of loose and open, and we're going to work in here, and we're going to make sure that we're going to work around this tail also, okay? And we're going to do 6 single crochets in this circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to pull this tail tight, and now we're going to find our first single crochet. You can count back if you didn't mark it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here. Kind of difficult for me to see through because I'm using the camera and watching through the camera also. I tighten it up and I just put my hook through there, that first stitch, and I make a slip stitch. Second round, I always chain 1, and the next round is increase in each stitch. That means 2 stitches. And we are doing single crochets, and I yarn under because I like the way it makes it look for this little, these pots. And when I do amigurumi, I try to yarn under. So usually you would put the hook in and grab your yarn and bring it through. But this, with yarning under, you put your hook through there and then you have the yarn under your hook and you bring it through. And it just gives it a certain look. I'm talking too much and I'm losing my count. So let me do my double increases in each stitch. And I'll get right back to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. All right, here we're going to join this second round, the last stitch with the first stitch, and let me just do that again. You insert your hook into that first stitch you made in that round. You bring it through. You tighten it up a little bit, and you just keep bringing it through. You don't yarn over or anything, and that is the end of that round. So round 2 is ended, and now we're going to start round 3, and we chain 1. And I bring along my mess here. Okay. Chain 1, and now the next round is going to be single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. All right, so that's our pattern. Okay, we're done with round 3. 1, 2, 3, chained 1. And now the next round 4 is going to be single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase. And that's the pattern we're going to be using. Now we're going to begin round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round 5, and round 5 is going to have 3 stitches and an increase, 3 single crochets and an increase, and that's going to be our pattern. 1, 2, 3, increase. So I just chant that to myself and keep on going. Okay, now we're going to work on round 6. Chain 1 for my next round, round 6. So if I did 3 and an increase on this next round, I'm going to do 4 and an increase. And that's how you keep building it to make it a rather flat. Sometimes mine aren't because I think my stitches are too tight. Flat circle, okay? So round 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're starting 6, and it's 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. And that's what we're going to do all the way around until we come back here, okay? We have finished round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to start round 7, and we're going to go up to round 10 with just single crochets all the way around, okay? No increases, no decreases, nothing. So just a single crochet in each stitch. And if you want to do it like me, then you can yarn under instead of yarning over, pulling that yarn through, catching the yarn and bringing it through, and that's yarning under. And it gives it a nice little X pattern. I don't know if you can see it really well on here. Let's see if we can show it on this one. Looks really nice. Okay. If you want to make it tighter and smaller, use a smaller hook. Okay, I'll see you at round 10. Okay, so let's see what round we're on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is where we're going to stop. Now, a lot of people like to start their new color by bringing it through here, but I don't. I just complete this stitch here, and I'm going to cut it, and then that will be the end of that round, okay? And then we're going to start the black. Just tuck it in there. Okay, now we're going to start round 11, which is black. And we ended here. I'm going to start around here somewhere. Here, I'm going to put my hook in there. Now we're going to be switching over to the nice black. White. Okay, here you go, honey. You sit right there. Alrighty. Now I have my hook in here. You can start anywhere you want. I start around wherever that I finished. All right. Okay, now we're back. I took care of my dogs. We're going to start after our 10th row. We're going to start where we left off. Okay, now we're going to put our yarn over our hook. We're going to bring it through. We're going to put it through the loop. Both strands I brought through the loop. Now I'm dropping that tail, and I'm going to, in the same stitch, make my single crochet. And then it's a single crochet all the way around for the black. And then you can work your tail in there or just leave it. I just don't worry about it because it's going to be on the inside with the stuffing. So I'll see you when I'm done with the black.
And he said, Trace, it's basic, it's simple. We think comes to fiber. We are.
Okay, I'm back. And I have one more stitch to make. Yarn under, pull through. And now we're going to join up to this first stitch that we made. And we're going to single crochet. And just as if you don't like this, it to be thick like that, and it doesn't matter to me because this is where I'm going to add the circle. But if you don't do that. Don't put the double strands on the first when you attach it. Okay, now I'm going to cut it off. If I can find my scissors. And do the same thing with this one as I did with the white. And I just hide the yarn underneath, pull it through, and it should be just fine. Now the next color is the red. So this is what we have, okay? You can also put that in the back and then make this the front if you want to, but it's all your choice. Okay, moving this white mess of yarn around here. Okay, now we're going to be working with the red. Where is it? Is this the red coming out? Okay, come on. There we go. Alrighty. All right, now for the red, we have single crochet, 4 crochet, a decrease, 3 crochet, a decrease, 2 crochet, a decrease. Alrighty, let's get going, people. Okay. So like I said, if you don't want that big bump, all you have to do is just make sure you have a long enough tail there, and you just chain 1 here. Then you still chain 1, a single crochet in that same stitch. And then you just take this red and you pull it, okay, the tail. And it's not so bulky. I don't mind the bulky right now. Okay, I don't know if I did yarn under. Hope I did. Yarn under. All right, so 2 rows of single crochet, and I'm going to meet you back up here after those 2 rows, okay? Okay, now we've made our 2 red rows of single crochet. This is 10, and this is 11. This is 12, and this is round 13. Now we're starting round 14, and I have my chain 1, and this is going to be 4 single crochets, 4, and a decrease. And I'm going to show you how I make the decrease. So we were in this stitch, our last stitch, and these are the next 2 stitches. We're going to put our hook through the front loops only at the same time, and then start our single crochet through there. And that's a decrease. And now 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Did I do that right? 3, 4. If I mess up, guys, well, you know, I think I'm on the right count. And here's that decrease. This is called an invisible decrease. There's other decreases where you put it through both loops, There's another decrease where you put it in both loops, but you grab the yarn and come through. And then another kind of decrease is where you skip the stitches, which is not good, I think, because it makes it makes a gap in there. Okay, so I will see you at the end. Okay, we finished our round that has 4 stitches and then a decrease. Now we're going to start our next round, which is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah. So now 15. Am I right? Look at my pattern. That's the one that's right. We're going to do 3 single crochets. Now we're working kind of backwards, just like we increased it with stitches. Now we're decreasing. We're working back. We went from 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going 4, 3, 2. So that's 2. That's 3. And now our decrease. I'll show you one more time. And then we're going to meet at the end of this round. There's your decrease. Okay? And then 3 more stitches. Okay, I'll see you at the end, okay? Okay, we're coming to the end here, and I just wanted to tell you that if you had the right count and you didn't mess up, then you would always end up with your last stitch to be the increase. But I, of course, messed up. But you know, this is what it doesn't matter, okay? I'm going to show you what I do. Now, I just ended on my decrease, and I have 3. 1, 2, 3, and I still have 1 more stitch, and I should have had 2 more here to do the decrease, right? But I'm off my count, but that's okay. I just go ahead and put another single crochet there. So if you feel like it's messing up, don't tear it out. Nobody's going to notice that you have an extra stitch there. It's a pokeball. It looks like a pokeball. I'm going to start round 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's going to be 1, 2, decrease. 1, 2, decrease, and so on. Let's go. I'll meet you back up. Okay, we're ending our round. Our last red round, we're putting it in the first stitch and we're slip stitching. And now we're going to cut our yarn and we're going to switch colors. I like to leave it pretty long. Pull it. Pull the yarn to the inside. And just put it in there. And this is the point where you should start stuffing it. Don't stuff it too much because it'll be in your way when you start working with the brown. Or let's see. Yeah, because we want it to go in. Alrighty, I'll see you in a bit. I'll get the stuffing. Okay, got some stuffing here. Let's start putting some in here. I just do it right now. I don't fill it all the way up because it's just hard to fill it when the hole gets smaller at the top. And when I fill it up, I just push it down and I press it down in the center and then push it out to the outside to make it round, right? So I just keep going like this. And there, I don't want any of that stuffing to be in my way when I'm crocheting. So I just kind of press it down a bit. Alrighty. Ooh, Pokeball. Look at that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, now we got to find some brown. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. Join it the way we've been joining it. And I'm here at the same spot. Keep it all in the same area. And then join it the way you like to join it. You don't like to join it this way? Join it your way. Have it your way. Okay, single crochet again into that same one. And then I take that tail and I pull it. And it looks like that. Oh, I think my daughter's here. So this one, the row is around is going to be single crochet all the way around. So I'll meet you at the end, okay? Okay, we're back. And I went out. My daughter did show up and we went to go run some errands. Alrighty, so we have the first row of the brown, which is row, let's see, that was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, row 17, I believe. If I'm wrong, you follow the pattern because that pattern is right. I get things wrong sometimes. Okay, I chained one. Let's go back. I'm ready for the next round. So the next round is going to be two crochets, I'm like lost this. Let me see. Okay. Alrighty. Single crochet, single crochet, and then we're going to have a decrease. It's difficult to see in the brown, but I think if I go slow enough, maybe you can. Decrease the same way as we did before, but I'm going to show it a few times because, you know, there's some who are learning about this. 1, 2. Oops, I didn't finish the 1, 2, and here is going to be another decrease. Okay. Whoops, so sorry, doggies. I scared them. All right, so I'll meet you at the other end. It's not very far away now. Okay, so I finished this round, and it is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Should be round 18. And that was 2 single crochets and a decrease. Now, this is where I'm going to stuff a little bit more, okay? Where's my stuffing? My stuffing, a little bit at a time. You get to see how we make the sausage. Is that an old person saying? Well, I am an old person. Okay, looks like a lot, but you know, I'm really like compacting it in there into the center and then pushing some out to the side. You don't want your stitches to, you don't want to see your stuffing out through the stitches, but these stitches are very tight and small, and my hook is tight, is small enough to where you're not going to be able to see the stuffing. You see little holes, but okay, so I have it stuffed enough. That's it. The next round is going to be decrease all the way around, okay? That means we're going to do that decrease stitch. And it's a little tricky because it's kind of tight all the way around, okay? So every stitch. If you come at the end, if you end up with an extra stitch, just do a single crochet. I'm trying to see, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, so decrease, 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 decrease. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, now we're at the end, and we're going to put it into the first stitch and slip stitch it, and then we're going to cut our tail, but we're going to leave a longish tail because this is going to close, up the top, but we're not going to close it right now. Okay, now we get our needle. Okay, so we have our longish tail. And let's move Pokeball over here. But we can still see it. Okay, here is where it has come out. And do you see every stitch here? In the front loop, we're going to go under the front loop and catch that and bring it through. We're just going to do this all the way. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to do it with, or I'm not putting my hand in the middle of the screen, but I think that's what's going to happen. Just turn the ball. I think if you skip one, it's okay if they're really, really tight. Just the front one. Go under and up through. And remember where you started. Let's see. I think I got one more right there. I'm able to do this a lot better when I don't have the camera on it, but I want to show you guys. Okay, so I will put this aside with this needle still attached to it, and we are going to find our plant. Let's make one. I'm going to show you how to make one strand of the string of pearls. I lost video of how to begin the strand, but start from this point and I will slow down the popcorn stitch and joining. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we're going to begin the popcorn stitch by making a double crochet into the third chain down. And we're going to work the first part, but we're not going to complete the stitch. And we're going to start a new double crochet, and we'll do the first part of the stitch, but we won't complete it. And we're going to do our third one just the same way. And we made this in the third chain down. And now we're going to almost complete the stitch. And now we are going to complete the stitch by bringing the loop through all of the loops, or the yarn through all of the loops, and make a chain. And now we're going to turn our work, and we are going to insert the hook into the chain underneath where we were making all our stitches. And we're going to slip stitch it, and we're going to pull this tight. Keep it as tight as possible without breaking any yarn. Pull it through the slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 7 more and keep going for as long as you want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I know that these aren't realistic colors, but we're not going for realism. We're going for fun, cute, fandom, whimsical, whatever you want to call it. So it's artistic license. Okay, this might be our last one. I thought I saw my hair stuck in here somewhere. Did it come out? I hate it when that happens. Is it out? No. Is that it? How come I can't grab it? Okay. Sorry about that. Now at the end, I make 2 chains. Then I'm going to cut it. Look at this, all this yarn just stuck on here everywhere. Story of my life. You don't need it that big. Can't even cut it. Okay. Because it's hard to see because I'm looking through the lens instead of directly at it. I take my thumbnail and I just pull that down, and look what happens. It makes a beautiful knot. Somebody on YouTube showed me that, somebody making a granny square. And now at the end, I'm going to weave this in with the needle, but I have the needle attached over there right now. Oh, maybe I should just do it for you now so we can see the whole process. And then I'm going to go on to make 2 more, and I'll be right back with you. Ooh, look at that blue coming in here. So I just take it and I just work it through the popcorn stitch, or whatever this stitch is called. Everybody has a different name for all the stitches. Whatever your grandma called it, that's what it is. Or the first person who ever showed you, that's what it is. And I'm going to work all the way back up this chain like this. And then I'm going to, you don't have to go all the way up here, but I like to. I go through here between the loops, and then one more time between the loops, catching different yarns, strands, and then I'm gonna, that's it, cut it. Okay, and it gets hidden in there. Yeah. Okay, this one consisted of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands, and we're gonna make 2 more. Unless you want more than that, of course. I'm going to put this needle right back in where we had it so we don't lose it. Alrighty, I'll see you when I got all the plant made. Okay, now we have 3 of these strands made, and we've already woven in the ends. So we have the tops that we need to gather and put them close together like this. One of my dogs is giving me the side eye in on her back so I can rub her belly. I don't think so. Go. Okay, now they're all together, kind of even. I just take them and then I just knot them all together. Okay, and then I'm going to make more knots that are just hideously large. Just keep working at it. You don't have to, but that's what I do because I'm going to sew around this. This is going to kind of stay in that magic circle. Now all my dogs want to move. Got one trying to get under the cover here. Okay. Alrighty, so see how I have it kind of like a big knot there. Yay. Okay, so you remember we just already went around here underneath the loops. It's ready to go. We're going to put this in the hole here. Okay, and you want it all the way to that first where they all gather. Hold it with your finger and then pull the brown, but don't break it. I've been known to break it. And then you just, not through there, you just bring it through and you sew it back and forth. That way it'll just secure it. And then for extra measure, I like hold this up and then I go through some of these loops right here, just so the plant cannot be pulled out by accident. And then I just sew that down. Sew it down. Bring this back up. If I didn't catch anything, I can do it again, or I can just work. I think that's enough for me. I just work it back a couple of times. Okay. Okay, let me put my needle back up. Don't want to lose it. Put it with Mr. Jellyman there. Alrighty. Okay, now we have plant. Now what we need to do is make our straps 3 of them that go up, and then we're going to work on our little button, little Pokeball button. Alrighty now. Now what we're going to do is you're going to have to determine where we want our strands. And so I'm going to put 3 of them. So 2 will be here, 1 will be here, except for I want to put my circular button right here in the front to cover this part up. So I want the 2 on the side here and 1 in the back. So if you need to mark them out, you go ahead and do that with markers or just yarn or whatever. But I always, you know, fly by the seat of my pants. Okay, so what I do is I pull through one of the... I need a tail to be left there. So let me do it again so you can see. So I chose one of these stitches and I went behind the post, the stitch, and now I'm going to pull the yarn through and up from there. And once again, I'm going to crochet both together, and I may even do that twice. No, I'm just going to do it once. Leave the tail behind and then chain however many you want. I do between 60, I think 60 and 70, but sometimes I don't even count. I just crochet, 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 and then I tie it off in a knot at the top anyway, so the excess is just cut off. So I look at it and I say, is that long enough? But it's always good to have a gauge. I'm saying 70 stitches is what I'm going to give y'all for the straps. So we're going to pretend I'm doing 70 stitches. Okay. Because it still has to be put in a knot, so it's going to be smaller. I'll just put a few more. 69, 70. Okay, scissors. Okay. Pull that tight. Okay, there's one. And always just pay attention to where you want. This right here, oh yeah, let me show you. So I tightened it up. I'm going to go inside here and just pull this in. And you just keep working that until it disappears in here. Okay. I hate it when that fuzzy stuff from the fill comes out. But I just hide this until it's just worked in there. There it is. And then you pull on it and it doesn't even come out or anything, okay? Alrighty. I always say that, don't I? Alrighty. So if this is, you determine where your center, where you're going to put your button, then you want the other one pretty much just on this side. And it pretty much works out for me most times. You can measure if that's what you want to do. Oh, well. Okay. Okay. So that's how we did it, and continue to do that. 70 single crochets all the way up. I'll meet you when I got the other ones done. Okay, I have 3 straps now. And I'm gonna hold them to where it's like hanging nicely. And then they all pretty much end up at the same point, but that's okay if they don't. I want to add a bead into here, so I'm gonna show you how I do that, okay? What color bead? Black, white. I'm not sure if the black holes are big enough. I think we're going to do a white. Yeah, a white one probably. think that that's too big. Let's see. Okay. So, okay. So if it's too thick to go through everything, to pull everything through, I'm going to not use a needle. I'm going to use my hook. I'm going to put my hook through my bead, and I use this yarn to hold what I want to pull through here. That way I don't have so much that I'm trying to pull through with this hook, but only with it's easier. Okay, I got them all through there. Let's see, and we pull them up. Don't pull it all the way off. Okay, we want to just make sure that our ball is going to be hanging somewhat even, leveled, whatever you want to call it. And up here is where we're going to want our knot. So we're going to pull this bead down just a little bit, and we're going to make our knot here. And I do this several ways. I can make 2 knots here at the top and then just cut the top off. But I want to try to make the knot here. Okay. Now the thing is how to end this. I want to hide these in here. So it's just a pretty knot and not something that I just cut off. So let's see what I can do here and to see if it works for me. And then the next thing we're going to do is make the button for the front of the Pokeball. Okay, that's not going to happen because it got stuck in there. It's too thick. So I'm just going to work it in the knot itself. What do you think about that? I think I'll just work it in the knot itself and then bring it around. Well, you can't see it too well in here. And so I brought it 2 times, and now I'm going to cut it. And so now that strand is hidden in the knot. You could do 2 at a time and wrap them around. I think I'm going to do that. Bring these 2 together. They're always doing things differently. I don't know it's because if I forget or what, but I'm always reinventing. I never remember. But now that I'm writing down my patterns and stuff, I don't have to reinvent things. And now that I have videos, I don't have to start over from the beginning. I can go just reference that. Okay, so look, that looks like it's part of the knot. And then wrap that around. Ooh, look, that's nice. Don't let it come out yet. One more time, somewhere. One more time. And it looks like it was all one big knot. So I guess I could have sewn all 3 the strands at one time. But look at that. How does that look? And then just hanging there. And then if they want to, the reason I put this on here is you can pull it down, put it over your rearview mirror or wherever you're hanging it up, and then pulling it back up or just leaving it there. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, let's go work on that button. Okay, look at this beautiful mess. Back with the white. And we're going to make a magic circle by twisting this around and chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. And in this first chain, we're going to do a single crochet. And we're going to make 6 of these. Okay, going around that tail. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. And there's 6. So what makes the magic circle is the little tail that you can pull that we've been working around. If you don't have that, you won't have a magic circle. Now you're going to go into the first stitch and you're going to slip stitch it closed. And you have a hole here, so we're going to pull that. And then we're going to work another round. So I chained one, and in this round is going to be increase in each stitch. So if you started with 6, then you should have 12 stitches at the end. Not that I'm counting, but just for you guys who want to make sure that you're on the right track, it's good to know. Here we go, and we're back in to go to number 1. And we're going to stitch this closed with a slip stitch. And that's it for this first one. Now we're going to pull this bottom here tight, and we're going to cut this yarn off, and we're going to pull it through. I'm going to pull it through the back like I like to do. And then now, since this back right here, I want to tie it with that magic ring. Don't tie it tight until you make the 3rd knot. The 3rd knot you can tie really tight. Otherwise you'll cinch the whole thing and it'll make it kind of deformed. Alrighty, cut that off. Alrighty, now what's the next one? Black. We can start wherever we want. Any stitch. Put your hook in there, and then you'll get the black. Pull it through. Leave a longish little tail, not long, I always say longish. Okay, and we're going to go straight into that one again. So our first one. Okay, so that's stitch 1, and then we're going to do increase. 1, increase. 1, increase. This is pretty simple. 1, increase. 1, increase. 1, increase. I think we have an extra stitch here, so that means I think I joined to the wrong stitch, so that gave me an extra one. Alrighty. Or maybe not. Maybe I didn't have enough. Oh, you know what? Did I have, I don't remember if I had one increase or what. But you can also, if you find it like it's too tight here, just do an increase in each one. Okay, so what do you think about that? Does that look good enough? Good enough? Or just excelente? Okay, so now I'm leaving a really longish tail, because we're going to use this to sew it on. Now, where did we say we wanted our front? Right here where the seam was. This is the front. This is the back. And I'm going to place that there. And that's where I'm going to want it. Okay. If you want to put stitch markers in here to hold it, you can. But I am not going to. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, let's put it back. Here's the back. here is, okay, this is where we're going to attach it. And it's nice to attach it where you're going to be putting it into the black line. And I like to keep the edge, I'm going to stitch it first in 4 little spots there and keep the stitches inside the black here, because let's see, yeah. Okay, now it's stitched to where it's in the place that I want it. And if it's not, it's easy to take out, okay? Now we're going to go through and start stitching it. I'm going to go, let's see, look at the inside here. Okay, you can pull it kind of tight now a little bit. So I'm just going to go in and out, but not on the outer side, not on this side here, but on the inner side. Okay, and just, you know, sew it the best way you think, and you want to be able to lift this up, and it's not loose, it's tight enough, secured, doesn't look bad. You don't want it too tight onto there, you know, you like it to be kind of smooth. My big problem is that I am always stitching it super tight because I'm always afraid that it's going to come undone. And instead, I noticed that I figured out that if you come out here and you go back in, catching some stitches, and then you go back into the same spot that you came out through, right here, you see that? It's going to look good. Okay, so you're not going to really see a bad stitch or anything. Go in. Okay, today I have crochet meeting. Need to get on the ball. Okay. You're going to go around and look at your thing and see if you are happy with it. Let me see. Oh no, I need to go down the hair a little bit again. And now I'm going to go back up here. So I can go like through here. Then I'm going to go up in here, catch a stitch coming back out, and go into the same spot. Where did I come out of? Here. Okay. Alrighty. I think that that's it for me. Okay. So now, what do? I gotta hide this thing. So I'm gonna go back and forth, up and down here. Okay. There you go. It's hidden in there. And now you have your Pokeball plant. You can put all your plants going towards one side. You can even them out, space them out, whatever you want to do. I like them spread out evenly like hair. Like hair. So let's see, this one goes back here. One in between each space. And then you have a pot. I hope you enjoyed this video showing you how to make your own little Pokeball potted plant. Go make one. Bye.